Hello, welcome to that Double D team. I'm D, and this is my top 10 highlights video for Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 6, the finale. Final episode of the series ever. You can mourn or grieve in your own way, or celebrate or cheer depending on how you've reacted to the season so far, but I will delve into that in a later video when I break down the full season review. For now, top 10 of this episode. Start off, number 1 for me was Jon versus Grey Worm. It was slightly teased in the previous episode when he had the little stare off when Grey Worm looked back and saw Jon telling his forces to retreat. Then in this episode, Jon sees Grey Worm about to slaughter some Lannister soldiers in the street, and Jon's like, nah, you can't do that, mate, hold up. Puts his hand on Grey Worm, unsullied, ready straight away. Northerners draw the swords. Davos has to be the cooler head to prevail. Says, nah, let's go speak to the Queen, it's all good. As soon as Jon walks away, Grey Worm does his job. So I don't take orders from you, I take orders from my queen. I was told to kill all of her enemies. These people chose to be... Grey Worm's a fucking G. Love my man. Yes, rally. 2. Tyrion goes to find Jaime and Cersei. Now, when you see this at the beginning of the episode, he's walking past, he's seen all the civilians that had died, and I thought he was just taking in the massacre as he did in the Field of Fire episode. And then he was just going to go and see Dany and try and talk her out of it. But before that, he actually goes to find Jaime to see if he escaped. And then he sees the rubble, sees a little gap, climbs into the area, has a look around, sees Jaime's hand, starts throwing a few bricks away. Jaime, Cersei, starts crying, breaking down emotional, sad moment for him, obviously he's lost his family. But, yeah, for me, it slightly made the scene a bit better because I actually got to see Cersei's death, decapitated body, which is like, okay, I didn't like the fact that bricks killed you, but at least I get to see your body now and like have the visual effect of it, which is slightly more satisfying for me. Tyrion, this is like the moment that he kind of did turn on Dany when he seen the civilians die, but I think this made him like, nah, I'm fully not on Dany's team now at all. How I feel about it? Yeah, Tyrion's this season, last season, the character's been a bit on a whim, so for him to be like, oh, my queen, I'll betray Varys and stay loyal to you, to be like, wait, you killed my sister and my brother, even though my brother killed your father, and my sister is forcing you to do all of this and killed your best friend, along with other stuff. Tyrion's like, no, now I'm changing my mind. But yeah, until today, I don't know. I'll go into it a bit more, I think, when I do my full season review, my breakdown discussion, but for now, yeah, Tyrion's switching allegiance. 3. Dany's victory speech. I enjoyed it, I seen it. It kind of gave me the essence of Star Wars. A bit like First Order-ish, but I liked it. The red, the black, the Targaryen symbol up here. Koi. Blood of my blood to the Dothraki. Get me? You did what you promised me. You killed the men in the iron suits. You tore down their iron houses. You delivered me the Iron Throne. Thank you. I will keep my promises to you. Oh, dons. Then she's like, yo, Grey Worm, you got a promotion, mate. You're now my master of war. You're the most loyal person to Dany throughout the whole season. You had Jorah, you have Missandei. They've gone. Tyrion and Varys, betrayers. Jon, usurper, betrayer. Yeah. Grey Worm, no. Throughout. I mean, even Jorah tried to kill her at one point, so, and was disloyal to her. But Missandei and Grey Worm, fully loyal to her cause, man. They were soldiers for it, yes. Dons. So he gets promoted. Dany goes on about the war continues, and we have to continue freeing everyone. So they're no longer under the grip of tyrants. We'll make the world a better place from Winterfell to Dawn. And then like, ooh, you see Jon's face, then you're like, Winterfell? Like, yeah, damn right. Sansa needs to bend the fucking knee. We've got a new queen now. But yeah, we all know how that plays out, don't we? 4. Tyrion resigns as Hand of the Queen. He's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, you betrayed me. He's like, yeah, you massacred the city. He's like, whoa. Take him away. Arrest him. I mean, I'm going to execute you. Because I told you that. Anyway, I warned you that. This ain't no surprise. You knew you would be dead if you betrayed me, failed me again. Warned you. Told you that. Then I gave you the information that I've got your brother captured. Kind of a test, maybe. And what do? Go and free him straight away. And then Jaime, not only free Jaime, but then try to help Jaime escape with Cersei. So Cersei would live and escape and live free after all the shit she's done to the whole Westeros city throughout the whole 7-8 seasons, and towards Dany. And Tyrion's just going to be like, no, she's my sister, but yeah, so we need to help her out. Oh, Tyrion, no. So yeah, Dany was right to put him in chains. Like, yo, you're my prisoner, mate, get in the cell. You're lucky I don't execute you here and now with some fire. Make a statement. It's only because I've known you for so long and I liked you and thought you had love for me too, but now, no, done. 5. Jon goes to visit Tyrion in the cell, has a little convo with him. Says, yo man, I understand, but she's my queen. She was your queen as well. Tyrion's like, yeah, up until today. Because obviously the Jaime Cersei reveal, and the civilians as well, but civilians die in every war. You call me cold-hearted or what, but yeah, it's expected. Now, the quickness and turn of Dany from going from one side to the other, I think was what people were more disgruntled with, rather than the fact she actually killed innocents. Because if you look at a lot of videos recently online, people are like, she warned you and said this from day dot. I will take what is mine with blood and fire. And her house symbol, blood and fire. She's a Targaryen. So, yeah, I mean, for me personally, I was Team Dany, so it's slightly upsetting for me the way they wrote her story and the way it turned out for her. But if you take a step back and look at the show and how it was written, overall, still one of the greatest TV shows ever. For fans, it probably did tail off in the last 2 seasons, and with having a 2-year wait for the final season, it probably was a disappointment, and the finale was never going to live up to everyone's hype or hopes. Saying that, devil's advocate, looking through the looking glass, this season as a whole, cinematically, awesome. Story, I think they did I think they did the best that they could based on the information they had, because they no longer were working from the books. They just had an outline and had to fill it in the best they could TV wise. So a lot of like book viewers and people theorising were always not going to be upset. But saying that, it was slightly rushed. Can't deny that. But we always knew it was only going to be 7 and then 6 episodes. So if you thought it wasn't going to be rushed, you obviously weren't paying attention. Yeah, like Ramsey said in it, if you think this ends happily, you haven't been paying attention to the show. But we saw that in season 7, when how much stuff was sped up with the time travelling from place to place, whereas in earlier seasons, like King's Road travel, it was like 6 months, it's like half the season, whereas in season 7 and 8, it's like, yo, 1 episode. So if you were taking that in as what they were showing you, then you could, yeah. But I'm not going to criticise anyone who had criticisms with the show. You're right to. It's how you feel, it's how you felt, it's your opinion, good for you. I'm still in the emotion of watching the final episode, so raw, so quick, I can't fully process my overall actual opinion. I'm happy with it, I believe. Wanted more, but not disappointed with what I've got. I'm not throwing my toys out of the pram because they didn't give me what I wanted. I'm upset with that they didn't give me what I wanted, with 2 to 3 key points that I'm really fucking angry with. But overall, yeah, thank you for an amazing show. Awesome, loved it. Yeah, let me get back to that Jon Tyrion conversation anyway. And Tyrion's trying to persuade him, like, yeah, my queen. And he's like, what would you have done, Don? You've had the power of the dragons underneath you. You know what it's like. You're actually the heir to the throne. Jon's like, it doesn't matter. Tyrion's like, oh, it does matter, because like, it's the most important question ever, because you're rightfully king. Would you have done that decision? No. Then you're probably more rightful for the throne than Dany, which justifies me handing in my resignation. And then Tyrion's like, yo, you need to kill her, Jon. You're Night's Watch, protector of the realm. You've always done what's best for the people, even though you didn't want it to do it. And what's best for the people now will be to kill Dany. And Jon's like, nah, that's treason. That's my queen that he's talking about. And little argue, and he's like, nah, I don't think I can do it. He's like, yo, think about your sisters. Or Tyrion trying to twist a knife in, trying to get... To be honest, this episode, I think Tyrion was finally portrayed as someone with a plan and maybe a smart person, logical person, thinking stuff through, as he was in earlier seasons compared to the last season where he seemed slightly stupid or a fool because all his plans kept failing. Whereas in this episode, I felt they kind of wrote him back in properly, which kind of felt jarring to me, so I didn't know how to appreciate that. And then again, the decisions that he made, I'm not saying I was happy with, which I might come to at the end. Definitely in my full review video anyway, which I've already mentioned. 6. As I can see, fully dressed in all black, because I'm mourning. Respect to Khaleesi, mother of dragons, breaker of chains, freer of slaves. Dany's killed by Jon. She's killed by a family member, someone that she loved, someone that she thought loved her, and Jon stabs her in the heart. Azor Ahai, maybe? Miriam's door? But I'm not too sure. They kind of did fulfill that prophecy in that way, so anyone out there complaining about the prophecies that weren't mentioned or fulfilled, they kind of did, just not in the way we all expected. However, those deep cuts and prophecies and stuff like that, I think they'll be fulfilled in the books, and they were literally for book viewers. I think the TV show tried to sprinkle in a bit of the stuff, then realised, whoa, do we actually have to pay this off? Oh, we ain't got enough screen time. Plus, George hadn't written it yet, so we're going to have to take a step back from that. Fine. But for Jon to kill her, in the moment, it might seem like the right thing to do based on what Tyrion said and the actions we've seen Dany do. However, for Jon to do it, it's once again, if you follow Jon throughout the whole season, this doesn't feel like a decision he would have made, which is one of the criticisms of if you're a fan of Dany, watching it through 7 seasons, freeing people, wanting the throne, trying to have mercy, and then to see her go and burn a city of civilians, it's like, But we kind of all expected it. It was kind of what they were leading to in the show, and especially when he had the conversation with Tyrion, you knew, oh, this is coming. He didn't want it to happen, and even the way he screamed it, he kind of left you guessing like, oh, who stabbed who? But Dany never wears or carries a weapon, so that was never going to be her to kill Jon anyway, and if she would have, it would have been with fire. Jon killed his aunt. For the good of the realm, that's going to weigh on him though. It's got to. 7. Drogon mourns, comes over. Oh, this was heart-wrenching for me. Like, I'm not the biggest animal or pet lover, but to see him like just try and nudge her back to life, or try and move her to see if she'll get animated again, and it was really heartbreaking. It was an emotional scene. I'm like, oh. Plus I'm team Dany as well, so to see her die, then the dragon comes over and he's trying to wake her up. Oh my, wow. Then I really did think, yo, Drogon's gonna burn Jon to shit. Then I'm like, oh, Jon, Targaryen, fire, will he be fireproof? Nah, he's not. Pretty sure already this season he tried to grab like some candle to burn a white when he was protecting Lord Commander Mormont in an earlier season. But yeah, so I don't think so anyway. But yeah, that scene went out at my out the window, out my mind, when I seen Drogon just torch the Iron Throne and melt it down, which was quite a big theory for a lot of fans actually. So for them to have paid it off, another bit of fan service, which you can kind of like or not like. Along with the whole season, there was quite a lot of fan service in most of this season. Now, whether it serviced you in the way you wanted or not, they still did fan service, so it has to be appreciated and at least taken into consideration. They tried to do something for the fans. Whether that was detrimental to the overall story, up for discussion and debate in a later video. And yeah, he then just gently grips up Dany, flies off with her. Now for me, I was thinking straight away like, whoa, where's he bringing her? You know what I'm saying? Does he have, when he let that roar as well, I thought, is he trying to call over dragons? As he could have been off previous seasons and laid some eggs, got some other children, and have a flock of wild dragons storming Westeros and Valyria. But no. Then I thought, are there any children in the forest left? Could Drogon bring it somewhere? Could Dany then be stabbed with dragonglass and become the new Ice Queen, Night Queen? We don't know. But then again, magic's kind of gone now from the show. dragon's still alive. We don't know where it is. Yeah. The fact they left that open, I did not like. At all. Because we know nothing's going to come after this show. If anything, prequels are going to come before, which won't explain what happens at the end. So I'm going to definitely need to watch the inside the episodes, see what happens there, and hopefully the 2-hour documentary that comes out next week ties everything up in a bow. Even though I did think this episode tied up a lot of things nicely, especially the final scene in this show, which I'll get to in my number 10. But for now, we're almost here anyway. Number 8, the Dragon Pit meeting, with all the ladies and lords of Westeros gathered there together. Because obviously this is after now Dany's dead, Jon's been captured, he's been taken prisoner by Grey Worm, who's now leading the Unsullied and holds King's Landing. He's invited all the lords down, he even has Tyrion in chains because he's still his prisoner. And then they're having a meeting, and they're having a discussion, and Sansa's like, where's Jon? We said prisoners would be here. And Grey Worm's like, I decided what I do with my prisoners. You know what I'm saying? And Yara was like, you got everyone there. You got the new Prince of Dawn, Lord Royce, even young Robin from the Vale, Samwell, so House Tarly, House Baratheon, Gendry's there. You've got Bran, Arya, Sansa, Edmure, a couple of other westerly lords. I think even, is it the Karstark chick as well? Alice Karstark, she's even there. So you've got a whole array of people there now, like from each city, each land, someone representing like the high lords of their houses to try and decide what's going on or figure out what's going on. But Yara steps up, stands up and says, you know what? A lot of you are a lot quick to forgive, but me, I swore my allegiance to Queen Daenerys. And I was like, oh, well, she was going to be a tyrant. Like, no. She freed us from a tyrant. Cersei Lannister is now dead. We're now free. Get me? Jon Snow killed her after promising his and pledging his allegiance to his queen. He betrayed her and stabbed her in the heart. As far as I'm concerned, he can die. He's like, mention killing my brother again, I'll slice your throat. I'll cut your throat. Like, yo, Arya v Yara. Oh, that could be sick. 2 strong female women with beach ball sized lady nuts. Oh, that'd be sick. Tyrion's obviously there as well, but even though he's a prisoner and he should be executed, and Dany's death's on him because he persuaded Jon to do it, he still has balls in this section. He starts trying to speak up. Grey Worm tells him to shut up, but he's like, oh, it's not for you to decide, blah blah, shibbity. Then he starts trying to lead the whole procession, which again with Tyrion's whole persona for this episode and season, I was like, a bit out of. I'm like, Tyrion, you're a prisoner, mate. It's not if you were actually someone on either side and stepped up to try and say something, then maybe you have a bit more weight to carry, but you've just betrayed your queen. You've been a poor hand, and now all of a sudden, all your decisions are sort of you want to try and make decisions for other people. I don't know about it. But yeah, they come to a decision anyway, Tyrion, obviously Grey Worm wants justice. And Tyrion's like, we can kind of give you that, but it's not for you to choose, it should be for the king to choose. Who's the king? It's like, we don't have one. It's like, okay, we've got the most powerful people in Westeros here, let's decide, let's choose one. And Grey Worm allows this. Maybe because he thinks of his queen, might be what Daenerys had wanted, like fair play, like, and obviously Daenerys wanted someone on the throne after all to do what's good, and yeah, and no one's really stepping up. But then Sam steps up and said, instead of having all of us lords decide who's king, like the king ain't gonna just rule over us, he's gonna rule over everyone, let's have everyone decide. Yes, Sam. Yes, mate, you do your Jeremy Corbyn. Then everyone starts laughing at him like, no. It's got to be people in charge, innit? It's always got to be the people, the powerful, the wealthy, innit? Yeah. Dickheads. But yeah. Number 9. Tyrion chooses a king. This is after, a really funny moment. Because Edmure steps up like, I come from a well-known house, respected house. I've been in wars. And so, Uncle, sit down. Sansa just puts him in his place like, yo, you've been captured for most of the fucking show. You're a wet blanket, mate. Yeah, mate, you even screwed Rob over earlier on. You're lucky you're still alive. You ain't going to be no king, dickhead. Especially if it's going to be someone from the Starks. It'll be one of us. Sansa definitely wanted that. No wonder she put him in place. But then, yeah, Tyrion's like, no, I don't think anyone else stood up to want it. So Tyrion recommends someone. says, yeah man, like you should be the best for us, you should have a, who knows what's going to happen, who's going to carry our memories forward, which is what it is. As soon as he said that, I'm like, I know who this is. And he names King Bran the Broken. A lot of people are going to be upset, but he has been Bucky's choice and favourite for the last 3 weeks. Whether that's for leaks or not, I don't know. So it was kind of expected. And if you take a broader look out of it and you take away who you followed throughout the show and who was your favourite character, Bran's probably the best person. Because he's no longer Brandon Stark technically. He's got no like real emotion. He just knows what's right, what's wrong, and he can see what's happened in the past and has glimpses of what happened in the future to prevent it. Awesome. Things like, I know you said you never wanted any titles or any pressure before, but would you be king if we crowned you? It's like, why do you think I came all the way down here? Like, that's one of the most drop the mic bars Bran's ever done, man. Fair play to him. You should have said it with a little bit of emotion as well. So, yeah, we have our new king. But Grey Worm still wants justice. So, we'll see what happens. Because Bran says he'll be king, but only if Tyrion's his hand, which Grey Worm don't like. He's like, nah, this one's a prisoner, man. He's done wrong. He needs to be punished. Bran's like, he will be. He'll be spending the rest of his life trying to make up for his mistakes by being handed a king. Like, okay, slightly poetic, but in essence, Tyrion's got what he's always wanted. And he went the Lannister route about it in the end. In the end, this season, everyone reverted to type. Or houses. There's a lot to debate. There's a lot to debate, people. So yeah, don't come at me from my point of view. We can have a discussion, but yeah, you can have a nice disagreement and still come out without an argument and appreciate both sides. Perspective. 10. We now have the new small council. Bran is king. Podrick is now his helper / the new Hodor. Tyrion is the hand. Bronn, master of coin. Now for that position, master of coin, he does seem like a perfect new little finger. But for him, for the actions he's done in his final season, for him to be rewarded with this, after he's already been given Highgarden, which came true. Bran, I think someone's given him. He is Lord of Highgarden now and Master of Coin. He came out well. He got his castle. He got a happy ending for himself in the end, even though if he'd have killed one of the Lannister brothers that we liked at the time, I could see he was being more angry with it. But in the end, he didn't kill him. He threatened him, and he knew which side was going to win, so he backed off. Then you've got Davos as Master of Ships, Samwell as the new Maester, and Brienne as either Master of War or Kingsguard, if not both or either. So, once again, take a step back, you look at it, that's an amazing small council. If you'd have started off the show before season 7 or 8 started, if you'd have said, right, we're going to end with maybe Bran as king, Tyrion as hand, and as part of the council you'll have Bronn, Davos, Samwell, Brienne. You think, yo, they're 4 of the most likeable, and apart from Bronn, noble characters. Even though Bronn tells you he's cutthroat, he does what a cutthroat, he's brutally honest. So that would be a sick team to put together that you should all be happy with prior to this season and during after this season. So it's a good team to carry it forward. The only thing is we're not going to see it go forward. We get a little scene about them arguing over coinage and who's going to have money to repair the city, repair the ships, repair the brothels. Yeah, Sam brings out the book that he got to write, Song of Ice and Fire, called it. And Tyrion's like, oh, were they bad about me? Mm-hmm. Oh, were they nice about me? You weren't mentioned. Yeah. You could watch more of those scenarios in a whole new season again. It just reminds me of season 1, 2 and 3 with the more political aspects going into it. And I would have loved, we'd love more seasons, we'd love more episodes, but we're not going to get it. At least we've got the books to come out to once George is done, for us to fill in a few gaps and sink our teeth into it. Prequel, is it Blood Moon, coming out 2020, regarding the Children of the Forest and the invention of the Night King, the First Long Night, and a couple of other more prequels in the works. So we've still got plenty more Game of Thrones to come. So, but for now, this whole chapter resolved. The main family of the whole show, the Starks, get to say their goodbyes. Arya and Jon. Emotional, yeah, saying their goodbyes properly. Jon's like, yeah, because obviously Jon's been sentenced to serve out the remaining of his time at the Wall in the Night's Watch. can't marry, can't bear children. You know the deal. Grey Worm weren't really happy with it, but accepted it. Same with Sansa. So neither was happy, but it's what they came to agree on. So Jon accepted it, the man that he is. Saying his goodbyes, Sansa's like, oh, I'm sorry, blah de blah, do you forgive me? No. But then Jon kind of does give her a hug after she half hugs him. He's like, yeah, we're family, so bro. Yeah, don't worry, we've got you to lead the North. They've got the best person for it, blah, blah, blah. Arya says, right, I'm going to leave now, but I'm not going back. I'm going exploring. Like, what's west of Westeros? I don't know exactly. I want to find out. Nice tie up back to her character from earlier season, saying what she wanted, especially with saying, that's not me. She was never going to be a lord or a lady. I like it. Obviously, seeing her boyfriend, Joe Dempsey, Kristen Skins, Baratheon kid. Once you see him take that mantle, Gendry Baratheon, you know he wasn't going to go off with Sansa, Arya. So Arya, when she gets off on her ship, sailing off like a pirate at the end, I kind of wanted to see maybe Yara on the ship, like 2 tag team females teaching her the ropes on the seas. But obviously after their encounter earlier on, that probably wasn't going to happen. And then when you see the direwolf head at the front of the ship, you're like, yo, Arya's got her own fucking ship. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Then you see the sails, you're like, Arya, Team Arya forever. She's awesome. Such my favourite character. Glad everything worked out for her. Jon gets to the wall after saying his goodbyes to Bran. Obviously, he don't even give Bran the proper embrace in that. He treats him with the respect and that he is. He's the king. He's no longer Bran, he's the king. Bows down in front of him. Says, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you when you needed me. Like, no, you were where you needed to be, Jon. Don't worry, man. Bran's got this all played out. He knows what's happened. So when Jon gets to the wall, sees all the wildlings, he's like, all right, use the new Night's Watch. Yeah, oh, it's nice to meet you. Hello, hello. Sees Ghost, gives him a hug and a pet. Yeah, for all you animal fans out there that were fucking pissed off and throwing your fucking dog bones at the TV, angry that Jon just like did the nod to Ghost. That was for you. Then you see Tormund. Oh, you Lord Commander. All right, we're going to go on a little stroll outside. We're having a stroll, like having a little wander, north of the wall. And all of a sudden the wall gate closes and Jon looks back, looks forward. It's like, that's what Tormund always wanted, mate. Didn't want to be part of the wall. He wants to be free, north of the wall, live free, like the wildlings always wanted to. And he said to Jon earlier, you're one of us, mate. There's always space for you. So the deal for Jon to go to the wall and save out his days was technically a lie. The one that Bran had arranged and argued, because he knew Jon was going to go there and be free to live with Tormund and Ghost and be a free person with no responsibilities for the throne and carry on to live his life. Worked out well for Jon. However, like, if you team Dany and you team part of Grey Worm now, you've been fucking screwed on multiple occasions now in this final meeting. Although, when the meeting started, you held all the fucking chips, mate. You were telling people what to do, and then all of a sudden you bowed to let them choose a king who would decide what had happened to your yeah. But Grey Worm in the end wasn't really bothered because he didn't want to rule. He didn't want to, yeah, he was just trying to live out the memory of his queen and the queen's respects. He felt he kind of did that, so now he's leaving with his people. He's probably got some land given to him. I know the Dothraki did, but he's on his ship now and he's going to the Isle of Narth, where Missandei is from. I'm hoping he's going there to live and settle and not to conquer, because obviously Missandei said in an early episode that they're not fighters. So, like I said, they tied everything up pretty much in a nice bow. Then you switch to Sansa and they're like, Queen of the North, Queen of the North. Bitch. She looked evilly regal right at the end with that crown and her outfit. At least she ain't Queen of the Seven Kingdoms and sitting on the throne, but there's no throne, so it's technically the best next thing. And even when they were announcing Bran as king and everyone's going around saying aye, she was the last person to say it, even though it was a fucking brother. And she's like, oh, I'll say aye, but only if the North remains independent, knowing the full well that she'd be Queen of the North. Once again, selfish bitch. Not a Sansa fan at all. The way they've written her is amazing. Like, she's one of the most greatest character arcs you'll probably seen for a female on TV. But for us to like her, nah, not this guy, mate. Not this guy. But yeah, that was my Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 6 finale top 10 highlights video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all the other videos in that Double D team. Plenty more videos to come soon. A lot of discussions about Game of Thrones. Probably even have, hopefully, DIGA back, if not my boy Nav as well, to discuss and break down in a lot more angles and variations of theories and thoughts. The show's concluded in overall one of the best shows ever. I'm likening it a bit now to Lost, because I love Lost, but then there was a lot of stuff that maybe wasn't fulfilled at the end, and the finale was Marmite to a lot of fans, but for me, I still have it in my top 3 ever for all time, which is probably where Game of Thrones is going to be as well, and it's going to land. Very happy, but I'm going to have a full rewatch in the next day or two of all 6 episodes in one go, try and watch the whole season as a film, see if it feels any better on me, or worse, taking any more. I'll come back, probably do another video, but yeah, until next time, that Double D team, deuce.